Welcome back to another video. Imagine this. You're driving through the city, and every time you stop, people glance over. Not because you're in a supercar, but because you're in something iconic. Something that carries history, but looks like the future. The 2025 Volkswagen Beetle is back, but this time, it's electric. And the big question is, does this car make sense for someone who's serious about financial success? Or is it just another nostalgic money trap dressed in modern tech? Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. Let's start with the obvious. The Beetle has always been more than a car. It's a symbol, a statement that you don't need a massive, gas-guzzling machine to turn heads. But this time, VW has completely redefined it. The classic shape is still there, but now it's sculpted with sharper lines, futuristic LED accents, and a platform built for efficiency. Underneath, you get a fully electric powertrain with up to 300 miles of range. No more fuel costs, no more oil changes. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the catch. Just because something saves you money doesn't mean it's a smart investment. Now, before we get into the financials, let's talk about the experience. Driving the new Beetle feels effortless. Instant torque from the electric motor makes city driving a breeze, and highway cruising is whisper quiet. It's practical, stylish, and undeniably fun. But here's where you need to think like someone who builds wealth. Fun is great, but does this car fit into a financially strategic lifestyle? Or is it another impulsive buy that keeps you stuck in the cycle of spending? Because make no mistake, car companies don't sell you transportation. They sell you emotion, and unless you understand that, you'll always be at their mercy. Let's talk numbers. The starting price is competitive, sitting below luxury EVs but still carrying that premium, new tech, cost. And while VW has a reputation for reliability, electric vehicles come with a different kind of risk: battery degradation, software issues, and repair costs that aren't exactly cheap. And then there's depreciation. Most EVs lose value faster than the gas-powered counterparts, but the Beetle has something rare: legacy. Cars with history tend to hold value better, and if VW plays this right, the 2025 Beetle could become a collectible. But that's a gamble, not a guarantee. Here's where people go wrong. They convince themselves that buying an EV is an investment, because it saves on fuel. But unless you're using that saved money to build actual wealth, you're just shifting expenses around. Smart money doesn't just look at monthly costs, it looks at opportunity cost. What else could you do with that money? Because while most people focus on what a car costs, the wealthy focus on what a car costs them in missed opportunities. But let's reset for a second. Because maybe, just maybe, this car isn't about logic. Maybe you grew up seeing classic Beetles and always wanted one. Maybe driving it makes you feel something. And that's fine, as long as you're honest with yourself. The key is knowing when you're making a financial decision and when you're making an emotional one. Because wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about control. And the moment you buy things without thinking long term, you give up control. So, what's the verdict? The 2025 Volkswagen Beetle is a fantastic car. It's efficient, stylish, and brings something unique to the EV market. But whether it's the right car for you depends on one thing: your financial strategy. If you can afford it without it slowing down your wealth-building journey, go for it. If not, then maybe the best financial move is to wait, invest, and let your money grow until buying one feels effortless. And speaking of making money work for you, if you really want to understand how the wealthy build unstoppable financial momentum, don't miss my next video on the power of compounding. Because once you get that, every financial decision, including buying your next car, will start to look very, very different.